Hey, so it's July 1st. Sorry, I just walked through some gnats. Just stretching my legs a little bit. Getting away from my desk. I was wondering, does everybody have cicadas, or is it just like North Texas? Because every summer, it's the sound of summer. I don't know if you can hear them. They have like a rattling sound. Can you hear that? I don't know. They're gross bugs. They're way bigger than you think they're going to be. And they like shed their exoskeleton at some point. And so throughout the year, you'll just find like their exoskeletons attached to trees in your fence and stuff. It's kind of weird. They're like little aliens. Anyway, just wondering, you guys got cicadas? I don't know if your water company does it, but mine, you can set up a notification that if they suspect you have a leak somewhere, like water's running constantly through their smart meters, they'll give you a heads up. I got one this morning. Where is that leak? Adulting. It's not what it's cracked up to be. Okay, so this is my office. Ignore this constant mess. It's just, I always have stuff going on, right? So it's comic books and cards and Donnie baseballs. All of those are Donnie baseballs, working on sets, all sorts of stuff. But here's the deal today. Look, Atticus made those. He's awesome. I'm thinking about a new display. So I have a couple of keys that I like, and I like this one a whole lot. I overpaid for it. I should have waited, and I didn't. I just saw it. I'm like, man, I got to have that, and I love it. Super rad. Anyway, so my thought is, up here on this area is to hang a big key up on the wall and then put a statue underneath. That's my thought. So it'd be kind of cool. So it'd be like She-Hulk and Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and the first appearance of Hellboy and whatever else I get. And I could progressively get keys and then awesome statues to go along with them. So it would just be like a statue underneath it, and maybe put it on a turntable or something so you can see it through a whole 360. Anyway, that's my idea. I also noticed that I've never really priced those statues before. Holy smokes, they're so expensive. Some of the statues are way more expensive than the books. Oh well. I've been looking at the She-Hulk statues. I haven't found one that I fell in love with. But those, they are pricey. So I'm definitely going to have to love it to fork over that kind of dough. Isn't that cool, though? I dig it. So I put them up here with some of my stuff. And yeah, that's it. Hope y'all are having a good day. So I'm sitting here just working away, drinking my little cup of coffee. And yeah, just living the dream. The other day, I hope y'all are having a good July. Anyway, the other day we had a live box rip for of Topps 2025 Series 2 to figure out what fuel we're going to have for the home run challenge that I do with Mark at Cards by Mark, Doogie's Dugout, Bart, BC Sports Cards, Vince, sports card ripping teacher, and Nikki Dew Times. I had so much fun. With that. There was a lot of smack talking. There was some laughing at each other. It was just like, it was like hanging out with your buddies, you know? I've always kind of like stayed away from lives for the most part, because I just don't think I present well on lives. Like I'm like, Justin, you're such an idiot. You know, why did you say that? And I go back and I second guess, like, that joke didn't land, and like that was not the right time to say that kind of thing. That I don't like it. So it's not my jam, because it's just, I feel very self-conscious about it. You know, with videos, you can go and edit a little bit, and I don't edit my videos a whole lot, but I've pulled out stuff like, Justin, you just had a big sneeze right there. I'll just cut that out. In a live, you're going to hear my big sneeze or my neck cracking or whatever it is, or somebody yelling in the background or whatever. In a live, you can't get away with that. But man, that was so much fun. It was just like hanging out with your buddies. And man, I hope there is a time where we can all kind of get together. And if you have really good YouTube friends, I hope that you guys can figure out how to get together and do something fun as a group. Because our live was just like, just sitting at a bar watching a game and ripping baseball cards and chatting. There was a lot of laughing at each other, which is, good-hearted ribbing. I think that's fun. Man, I miss that. I think when we get to the adult world, your world really shrinks, right? When you're a kid, it's all friends. You got school. You got tons of friends at school. You may have like a little job, and then you'll have some friends at that job, and you'll have all these circles of friends, and some of them it's like one of those pie charts or whatever, where there's like 3 loops. Some of those will in a loop, and some of those guys or girls will float between. But when you adult, those groups of friends kind of just go away, because you're adulting and everybody else is adulting, and then it turns into real work and real responsibilities and real family obligations, and that slowly pushes away all the fun, all the goofing. I'm not saying that you don't have fun with your family. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy your job, although most people don't enjoy their job. Like, mine's tolerable, but it ain't ripping baseball cards. And Mr. 95 Cents was living the dream at a baseball card shop. How many of us I would love to have that? And at the same point, if you asked him, I bet he'd be like, there's good days, there's bad days, just like everything else, But I just thought that was kind of cool. And that's it. I encourage you to make real connections with people that are maybe outside your normal circle. That's it. Random Thoughts with Justin. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey everybody, it is Thursday night. I'm sitting here editing some videos, taking a break from work, and then in a second I'll go back to work. And here I'm pointing, and you're like, why are you pointing? It's because the way my desk is set up, it's like an L. I have my workstation, and then I usually have my personal laptop, and so I'm working. I'm not working. So that's why I pointed that way. Anyway, sitting there watching the Council of Comics. Right now they're doing Johnny Quest sketches. And when I grow up, I want a talent. I don't know what that talent's going to be. Man, I can't draw for anything. I think it's cool. I think it's cool the people who can create. I used to fancy myself a little bit as a writer, but I feel like corporate America really stifles your creativity. It's just really, I don't know, kind of crushes your dreams. I know why I wanted to reach out to you. One, because my video's condensing and doing its thing. But two, somebody, we did a live the other day, and someone was like, dang, commercials. And I thought to myself, man, I should have just turned that off. Thank you for watching my commercials. I know it's annoying, and you can skip through them. But every time you see a commercial, think, you know what? Justin's Kid Atticus is pretty awesome, and that is a penny that he just dropped into his college fund. So, I mean, everything, all that commercial money, all the member money, anything that I can make off of YouTube, which isn't a lot, trust me. YouTube doesn't pay you a lot. Like, a lot of people are like, I need to get to 1,000 subs. I need to get my 4,000 watch hours so I can start making some money, and then throwing that back into the channel and doing whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm sure somebody's making money doing it, but I think the majority of us are not. So, whatever pennies I'm getting from YouTube, and you got to get $100 before you can even cash out. So it takes months and months and months and months. But that goes straight into his college fund. So I appreciate y'all for help me with that project. So just a little peek behind the curtain. Sometimes people are like, Justin, how do you keep up with everything? This is how we do it. This is my spreadsheet on paper. I love spreadsheets. This is what I do every month. I print out one of these and I mark on it, and I have one for every month. So like this one is July. What we have here is we have 1 through 31. That's the days of the month. Here we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 1 through 9. That represents the time of day. So 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Because I almost never post before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. And then I use this to try to keep track of it. Now, YouTube, the studio will help you, and you can see stuff. But for me to be such a visual person, this helps me. What we have here is P. P stands for posts. Those are all my Donnie baseball posts. And I need to get some more Star Wars posts, but I'd still put in P right there. And then you can see I did it at 10 a.m. And what I also do is I use Facebook, and there's an option where I can post on Facebook, and it'll automatically post on Instagram also. So I have those posts going on the same time as my YouTube posts, because not everybody uses YouTube, and everybody loves Don Mattingly. So yeah. And then I have V for video. So I have videos all the way. This is 2 o'clock. This is part of our 2 for 22 series. And then over here I have other ones. So like here's 5 o'clock. I'll have these videos. So these are not for my 2 for 22. That is just kind of a special thing I did this month. And then S is for shorts. That's how I do it. That's how I keep up with everything. So like my posts, I'll sit down once or twice a month, and I'll make those Donnie posts, and then I'll have them all uploaded and scheduled to go out. My videos, I try to do, sometimes I can post like 4 or 5 a week, and I can schedule those. It just depends on what's going on. And then my shorts, I try to schedule out if I have time for the whole month. So I'll sit and rip a bunch of cards, and then I'll schedule out the shorts, and that's kind of how I do it. Anyway, just a little peek. All right, random question. Is there like some super weird song that you absolutely love? Like mine is the Beatles' Rocky Raccoon. I think it's awesome. I could listen to that on repeat all day. Yeah, it's a weird song though. I dig it. Hey, so I've been dragging the kid to the gym. I'm so sore. It hurts so bad. My legs and my arms. Oh, don't tell him. All right, so the kiddo's arms are really sore, so he didn't want to go to the gym today. So I'm like, okay, we don't have to go to the gym, but we have to at least take a couple laps around the block. And it's hot outside. It's Texas. It's the afternoon. It's like, I don't know, 98 or something. He's walking so fast ahead of me. He is so mad at me right now. Hashtag dad life. So we're still out on our walk, but I just had a really funny thought that he's so far ahead that I could turn around and go home, and he'd never know. He would just eventually like loop around and see that I'm not behind him, and then get so mad that I just turned around and went home. That's funny. I'm not going to do it, but it'd be funny. Okay, say you actually have like an apple tree in your backyard. How do you get the apples at the top? You can get the apples that you can grab, but what happens to the ones at the top? You have to wait for them to fall? Are they gross by that point? How many animals get to them before they fall? I don't know. Some of them look pretty big. I don't want to get up in a ladder and climb into an apple tree. Random thoughts with Justin. Speaking of apple trees, one of my favorite movies as a kid, you're like, Justin, how'd you get there? Was Pete's Dragon. It's a Disney movie, and it had a lot of singing and stuff, and I loved it as a kid. And I got there because there's a scene where Pete is lifted into the apple tree by his dragon, and then the dragon blows fire on it to make it nice and hot. I don't know why you'd want that, but apparently they made it look good in the movie. Yeah, Pete's Dragon. Good stuff. I could sing the songs right now, but I'm not going to do that. I am after I turn off the recording. It's, you're old when you go through neighborhoods and you look at the fences and you're like, ooh, that's a nice fence. I bet that was expensive. You're not even looking at the houses. You're looking at the fences because you know how expensive lumber is. This guy, pretty nice fence. Still out here on my walk. The kid is still, he's probably like 60 yards in front of me at this point. I'm not running. He's like, I don't want to be out here. It's too hot. And I'm like, whatever. Sorry, I'm having lots of random thoughts while I'm out here. So thanks for hanging out with me. I think
July 2025 will go down as the best hobby month ever for me. Michael Jordan rookie card. And it's mint. It is a beauty. I know it's an 8.5, which you're like, oh, that's not perfect. You look at that card, it looks perfect. Like, I've seen other 8.5s, and like the corners or the edges are a little white because they've been loved a little bit or got dropped at some point. This card looks amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love it. Then I got Sandy Koufax autograph card. Crazy. And you're like, that's enough to make the best hobby month ever. The Jordan alone is the best, could make the best hobby month ever. But then yesterday, Brandon Jensen, the GOAT, sent me a huge box of stuff. And in it was a Sammy Sosa autographed baseball. And you know, like, I'm a big 500 home run club baseball collector, and I try to get one every year. And Sammy was actually on my hit list. That was the one I was really going to try to get. That one or Miggy. And Brandon Jensen just was like, don't even worry about it. I got you. And I was like, what is going on? This is crazy. So completely blew me away. Yeah, what more could you ask for? That is amazeballs. You know, I was having a rough day yesterday. Yesterday was a Friday, and it was a rough week, and normally I'm looking forward to Saturday, but this Saturday I have to go and do something that's not fun. I've been dreading it, and then there's having lots of family health issues keep piling up, and things just aren't going well. And I made a video yesterday, and I watched it, and I just looked like such a bummer, and I was just like, I'm just gonna delete it. But the real point of it was to realize that even though some people may be smiling and having a good time on social media, like beautiful people doing beautiful things, that's often not true. And I think a lot of us
take the exit to merge onto President George Bush Turnpike West.
Thank you, Siri. I think a lot of people like envy those people, but we just need to understand that it's a mask, and those people are just putting on a facade for clicks, right? It's all about clicks and views and stuff like that. And part of the reason why I didn't put out my videos because I didn't want to bring people down. But the message is, you know, not everything is. People got real stuff going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And just to be cognizant and be kind, because when I see people being unkind to each other, especially in these wonderful YouTube communities, it really bums me out, because the cardboard and, you know, expensive comic book papers, which is what it boils down to, and the coins and everything else that I enjoy, it's my escape from all of the crap I have to deal with every day. And if my escape turns into a place of negativity and just ugliness, I don't know where I'm going to go to next. So I appreciate you guys. I will.
Then use the
Thank
right
you, Siri.
lane to take the exit to merge onto President George Bush Turnpike West.
Thank you. I will do that. Sorry. I just, you know, thank y'all for always being so positive and supportive and kind. I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
Right lane to take the exit
I
to
know.
merge onto President
I know.
George Bush Turnpike West.
I know. I gotcha. It's important, and I think when you're positive and kind to people, it may impact somebody more than you'll ever know. It may totally turn somebody's day or week around just for you being kind. And it doesn't have to be big. You don't have to send them gifts. You don't have to be I don't know, huge, some huge display. Just your normal kindness. Just a kind word, a smile, something, a word of encouragement. She's the worst. Anyway, I think it means more than you realize, And just keep up the good work, YouTube. I don't know what I was going to say. I said it before. I said it again. If the rest of the world was as great as our community, this would be a much, much happier place. So, off to do unpleasant things, and I will see you in the next one.
Nerd alert!